For more than 24 years, this plaque has been affixed to the wall of a building across the street from Denver's baseball stadium. It describes a race riot in the city's old Chinatown neighborhood, depicting in less than flattering terms, some say, the people who live there.
Well, there are several things that we took exception to.
Historian William Way points to references to opium dens, which then populated the area, and the, quote, wretched living conditions there.
By characterizing it as a den of iniquity, it overlooks the fact that it was a thriving, working class community.
A community that was ripped apart on October 31st, 1880, when a bar brawl involving intoxicated white customers and 2 Chinese men spilled out into the street. A white mob of several thousand then went on a rampage with tragic results. Every Chinese business in this area was destroyed. No compensation was ever paid or even offered. One Chinese man named Luke Young died in the riot.
They saw the Chinese as a threat, an economic threat, a social threat, and they sought to eradicate the Chinese, as they did Chinese communities throughout the American West.
The plaque, he says, wrongly refers to a Chinese, not anti-Chinese riot. It's located blocks from where the violence actually occurred, and he says it paints Chinatown residents as hapless and helpless.
Problem is that unless you know better, you're liable to buy into the narrative, which of course is wrong.
Thank you so much.
This past April, 142 years after the riot, Denver formally apologized for the event.
Today is a historic day for our city.
And on this August day, a plaque deemed historically inaccurate and culturally offensive was removed as well. It's never too late to apologize, Denver's mayor said, adding this is another step towards correcting injustices in the city and strengthening relations with the Asian Pacific American community.
It best happens on the local level. And so this is not about China and the U.S. This is about Denver and the people who call this place home, and really our hopes and dreams for them feeling welcomed.
I think our great-grandmother, Tai Tai, is smiling down on us at this historic event. Thank you again.
Truth, those behind the sign removal said, helps erase stereotypes and misconceptions. Murals depicting the riot are expected to take its place.
It's always important to have the most accurate and comprehensive understanding of history as possible.
To ensure history doesn't repeat itself, that Denver's first race riot is also its last. Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Denver.